morning, everyone. It is Monday, May the 11th, and it's briefing time. No changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System over the weekend. Snapshot of the region this morning. We have updated numbers coming in from the Rio Grande Valley here later this morning, and we'll update those for you. They did not come in before briefing time. No declaration updates to talk about this morning. No damage assessments. And no fire management rent requests. As we switch over to the geo platform this morning, still got some rain out there. Brian's going to talk about that here in just a moment. No changes to the status of our state EOCs. New Mexico, Arkansas, and Louisiana are at level 4. Oklahoma is at level 3. Texas is at level 2. And the region here is at level 3. No changes to the status of our IMAX. The folks that were up in Oklahoma City are returning today, and the other two are here and available if we need them. We do have 2 LNOs still stationed in Oklahoma and 2 in Texas. Looking at power outages this morning. After the storms last night, Arkansas is now reporting just under 2,200, 2180 or 7180. Sorry. Oklahoma reporting 4,500, and Texas, after the storms last night, have gone up again to 14,000, just about 14,400. These numbers keep fluctuating quite a bit because of the repeated series of storms that have come through over the last few days. So the numbers in Oklahoma are trending down, Arkansas went up, and Texas went up overnight. So now over to Brian to tell us about the weather.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good news is things are going to be quieting down across Oklahoma and North Texas for today. And where you see the weather on the radar currently over eastern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and into central Texas is essentially where we're going to see the activity continue today. It's going to continue to push off to the east and south, and we do have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms over generally those areas that you're seeing the radar, and then further off to the east and south. As far as warnings that are currently on the map, all those in green were flood warnings in Oklahoma and North Texas, and we currently don't have any severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings. One just popped out in West Texas, a severe thunderstorm warning, but overall the activity is fairly weak, with just heavy rain and flooding that concerned this morning so far. Now, taking a very quick look at the tropics, Ana is winding down over North Carolina and expected to weaken, continue up the coast next several days, and be absorbed by a cold front tomorrow with no impacts to FEMA 6. So, as mentioned, we do have a slight risk of severe thunderstorms for the eastern half, essentially, of Arkansas and southern portions of Arkansas, down into most of Louisiana and central east and south portions of Texas. Damaging winds and hail primarily. Probably not going to see a whole lot of tornadic activity today, so that's the good news there. We will see, probably the bigger concern today will be the heavy rain and flooding over central, southeast, and south portions of Texas, where we're expecting about 2 to 4 inches of rain with locally higher amounts, so we'll see some flash flooding concerns down in those areas. For tomorrow, the severe weather is going to be confined to just South Texas, and again, that'll be damaging winds and hail primarily. The heavy rain and flooding threat is going to continue through most of the week, and for central and South Texas tomorrow and Wednesday, and then Wednesday we'll start to pick up back in North Texas as well in the DFW area, and then slide over to the east into northeast Texas on Thursday. Could also see some uptick in Oklahoma on Wednesday as the next system comes in, as we'll see about 1 to 2 inches of rain coming into central Oklahoma. here's the current. Hey, someone just asked for that. Here's the current river status. We do have minor to moderate flooding across the northeast quadrant of Texas, and then we have moderate to major flooding along the southern portions of Oklahoma and into eastern Oklahoma, as well as western Arkansas. As mentioned, most of the rain that's going to occur today and tomorrow is going to be further to the south of those areas, so that should at least allow some of those areas to be starting to recede a little bit, but then we are going to pick up some more rain on Wednesday and Thursday, so we could see some concerns over there, especially river flooding wise, especially for the east of I-35 corridor, Texas and into Oklahoma. So here's kind of the areas of concern where we have a possible river flooding over eastern and central portions of Texas, and then we already have, and this graphic shows moderate to major river flooding is what's considered significant river flooding. So it's already occurring in southern portions of Oklahoma, as I mentioned, in eastern and then northeast Texas, and then it's likely to occur in southwest Arkansas as the week progresses. As far as the weather hazards for tomorrow, Wednesday, as mentioned, we're going to see an increase in shower and thunderstorm activity across south central portions of Oklahoma and into North Texas by Wednesday. But as far as today and tomorrow, we'll see heavy rain across central and south Texas with flash flooding concerns, and then the slight risk of severe weather for hail and winds tomorrow afternoon across South Texas. And as you can see in the lower right there, this is the 5-day total of precipitation, and we've got a fairly large swath of 4 to 6 inches from central down into South Texas, and as usual, we will see locally higher amounts with that activity. So the bulk of that is going to occur over the next 3 days, and then the activity off to the north would be Wednesday, Thursday. As far as the drought's concerned, I expect most of this to be obliterated by the time we get the new drought monitor that's released on Thursday. So that's the good news with all this crazy weather, is that we're going to see some pretty darn good drought relief across FEMA Region 6. Space weather is fairly quiet. We're going to see a minor geomagnetic storm tomorrow, but really no major impacts to the region. And that's all I've got. It looks like there may be some questions, but if anyone has anything specific they'd like me to address, let me know.
Brian, can you address which river drainages are of a concern?
Yes, as far as Texas is concerned, it looks like the Trinity River Basin is probably the biggest concern right now. The West Gulf RFC is analyzing the data right now, and they have a hydrologist that's deployed to the State Operations Center, and they're going to be giving them a briefing at 10 o'clock this morning with some more details.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Oh, sorry. Let's take a look at the meetings going on around the region this week. And on this day in history, the big dust storm that started the Dust Bowl. And there is a map that shows the areas that were in extreme or severe drought, and most of the U.S. was in extreme drought. And that's any questions this morning? And I'll get to you on that one. Go ahead.
No, it's Brian again. Just want to let everyone know about that probable tornado in Van, Texas. That was from last night, where several injuries have been reported. We do have the Fort Worth Weather Forecast Office is going to go out and survey the damage today, and we actually have some folks from Southern Region Headquarters that are going to assist them. So we'll get you guys the information as soon as we get it.
thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Any other questions this morning? All right, everyone. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.